Before we start today, I want to share something about transmissions because I know that word can feel a little mysterious. A transmission is not just information, it's not me teaching or giving you steps. It's an energetic frequency that comes through words, voice, silence, even breath. It's like being sung into alignment by something deeper than the mind. When you listen to a transmission, you're not only hearing, you're receiving. Your body, your nervous system, your energy field is gently being attuned. It's the difference between reading about water and actually drinking it. Inside the inner sanctuary, I share condensed poetic transmissions. They're short pieces that carry a whole frequency wave inside them. You don't have to analyze them. You just let them wash over you. They land where they're meant to land. And why do you want that? Because sometimes your soul doesn't need more concepts. It just needs a doorway, a spark that unlocks what you already know deep inside. That's what transmissions are. Keys that help you remember yourself. If you feel called to receive that kind of nourishment, that kind of spark, the door is open to you inside the inner sanctuary. The link is in the show notes. Welcome to Grounded is the New Sexy, the podcast where we flip the script on what it means to truly be attractive in today's world. Here, we believe that true beauty comes from within, and that cultivating a strong, centered inner world is the key to feeling free, empowered, and fully alive. So settle in, take a deep breath, and let's redefine what makes you shine from the inside out. Welcome back to Grounded is the New Sexy. Take a slow breath in through your nose and let it spill out through your mouth. Again. Let the breath remind you you don't have to do anything to exist. Today's episode isn't about fixing or improving. It's about remembering what remains when the part of us that performs for love, for belonging, for worth, finally dissolves. It's about what happens when striving goes quiet and we realize, perhaps with equal parts relief and fear, that we no longer know how to measure ourselves. If you've been feeling empty, unmotivated, or allergic to the word hustle, you're not broken. And I'm right there with you right in this now moment. You're deprogramming the oldest software we inherited. The belief that our value must be proven through performance. I just got such deep goosebumps when I said that. I mean, most of my life, I literally was performing up until 2020. I was in entertainment and I was a dancer. And I mean, that was my fuel. The literal applause, the literal eyes on me was how I defined who I was, what my worth was, and all of how I felt about myself was based on what the outside world was telling me I was or was not. And this has been a very profound journey through this, and I'm so honored to be able to share more about this today with you. Because for me, it started subtly. I used to fill my days with lists and projects and launches and goals. Each one was meant to build a sense of purpose, to prove that I was somebody. And then, somewhere between packing boxes and quiet mornings after the move, I felt that energy collapse. What used to motivate me suddenly felt heavy and almost sticky. Every attempt to share online, to post, to perform as one who has something important to say, felt like moving through molasses. At first, I thought I lost my spark. But what I was really losing was the mask that had been mistaken for the spark. The performative self has deep roots, both psychological and energetic. Psychologically, it's the child who learned that love and recognition came when we achieved something, helped someone, were shown in a certain way. Energetically, it's the distortion that says presence alone is not enough. So we build identities around usefulness. We overextend. We sparkle for approval. Collectively, Western culture rewards this pattern. We're raised inside systems that prize output and visibility and productivity, currencies that keep economies running, but often hollow out the soul. It's a cultural nervous system addicted to applause. When our personal nervous system grows inside that field, we learn to regulate through external validation. Our worth rises and falls on the responses we get. And over time, we forget what it feels like to be guided from within rather than performed from without. From a higher vantage, the performative era wasn't a mistake. It was a collective initiation into visibility and creation and agency. For centuries, we needed to do to survive, both physically and socially. Performance helped us find each other, and it built civilizations and industries and art. But evolution always has another turn. Once our structure fulfills its purpose, its walls start to feel tight. And many of us now are sensing that squeeze. I definitely am. We're realizing that the next octave of creation doesn't require performance. It requires presence. So what's dissolving isn't our drive or our creativity. That's the great news. What's dissolving is the fear that powered them. We're learning to let inspiration replace performance as the current that moves us. When the performative self fades, we often meet a weird void. There's no adrenaline, there's no rush. It's just space. It can feel like being emptied out. But that's how I would describe it. This is the nervous system's detoxing from years of overextension. It's the soul saying, rest and rewrite the code. If you can stay in that emptiness long enough, it begins to feel like neutrality, and then peace, and then like a quiet aliveness. That's the moment true freedom roots. Not as rebellion, but as serenity. You start creating again, but now from listening rather than proving. It's like a new rhythm of authenticity. So here's what begins to replace the performance. expression over exposure. That's when you start speaking when something feels true, not when you feel unseen. So, all of those times, I get that tug that I should be posting on social media. I've had to come back to my center and realize that I'm afraid in that moment of being unseen. Another replacement for performance are cycles over schedules. Just like nature has seasons, and we work better in cycles and seasons. So we start to create in seasons, trusting rest as much as action. The earth cannot be in summer all year round. It needs those cycles to rejuvenate, to rest, and so do we. Resonance over reach. The right people arrive through coherence, not effort. That's another big new rhythm of authenticity. And then one that's taken years of a journey for me to really feel and begin to embody. Just being worthy to be. You wake and breathe and exist, and that is already contribution. This rhythm doesn't erase ambition, it purifies it. The outer success that grows from the soil is steady, it's sustainable, and strangely effortless because it's not fueled by scarcity. And I know many of these weeks I've been talking about pausing and being and the energetic concepts of rewiring how we create and live and be. And some of it might sound like inactivity, but what I want you to understand is everything being energy includes the way we do things. So even if two people are doing the exact same physical action, it's the energy behind which they are doing that action that is going to affect the results that they receive. I used to be very good at I could work all day long, every waking hour, be as productive as I possibly could be, check off all of my to-do lists, and go and go and go. And I was just on a hamster wheel going nowhere, perpetually burning out. But on the outside, it looked like I was doing the things. And so it's really when I began to see the world in an energetic space that ties into my physical world, things became easier. The work and the hustle and the pushing and the striving were able to dissolve and lay back. And my results are gaining with less physical effort. This is why these topics and bringing this to the world feels so exciting for me and necessary because the world is changing. The frequency of the physical world is changing. And part of the outside world looks like it's chaos because we're in a metamorphosis and consciousness is rising. And that is going to disrupt a lot of ways of being and systems that we have grown up with. that we were taught. But there's a new way rising, and there's more flow within that. There's more ease, there's more freedom. And I'm here to be a catalyst to transition and move into that frequency and help as many as I can to embody that frequency as well. Okay, so let's do a little practice together now. If you're able to, and you're in a safe place to do so, you can soften your gaze or close your eyes, and please save this for later if you are driving. Take a deep breath in through your nose and exhale through your mouth. Feel your spine lengthen as if your breath is making more room inside your body. Now imagine you're standing on a small stage, and that stage represents every way you've ever needed to perform. The lights are bright, the air is a little tight. Notice how your body feels in this space. Where the tension gathers, where the breath shortens. Say quietly to yourself, "I see you, performer. Thank you for helping me belong." Let a golden light rise from your feet, slowly moving upward. As it reaches your heart, the spotlight above you begins to dim. You're no longer performing. You're arriving. Feel the golden light expand through your chest, washing away the layers of proving, pleasing, striving. Each exhale softens a mask. Each inhale fills you with real presence. Now imagine stepping off the stage, barefoot, onto soft ground. The light here is diffused, gentle. There's nothing to achieve. The earth hums beneath you, whispering, "You are seen in your being." Let that phrase sink into your cells. Take another deep breath in. As you exhale, feel the last remnants of performance dissolve like mist. Not rejected, just released. Your energy redistributes evenly through your body, smooth and calm. Stay here for a few more breaths, feeling what it's like to simply be the audience of your own aliveness. No spotlight, no applause, just quiet witnessing. When you're ready, whisper, "I return to authenticity. My being is enough. I create from presence, not performance." Let that vibration echo through your field. Then gently open your eyes or come back to the room, carrying that softness forward. You're listening and feel empty or unproductive or invisible. Let yourself rest in that pause. You're not falling behind. You're retuning to truth. Place a hand on your heart and whisper, "I release the need to perform. My being is enough." Spark before sound. I am held. Let that phrase echo for a moment until your whole body remembers it. Thank you for being here in this sacred in-between where performance dissolves and presence begins. Until next time, stay grounded, stay free. If today's episode resonated with you, I invite you to take this work even deeper with my free guided meditation. It's a simple, beautiful practice that will help you anchor into stillness and connect with the vast intelligence within you. You can download it now at christylittleartist.com/free-meditation, or you can click on the link in the show notes. If you try it, I'd love to hear how it felt for you. Send me a message on Instagram at christylittleartist and let me know. Thank you for being here, for sharing your energy, and for showing up for yourself today. I'll see you in the next episode. Thank you for joining me on Grounded is the New Sexy. I hope today's episode offered you a moment of clarity, a spark of inspiration, or simply a reminder to be gentle with yourself. True strength and beauty come from within, and every step you take towards grounding yourself and creating inner freedom is a powerful one. If you enjoyed today's conversation, don't forget to subscribe and leave a review. It helps others find the show and join our community. And if you're feeling called to dive deeper, check the show notes to learn about ways we can work together on this journey. Until next time, stay grounded, stay free, and remember, you're exactly where you're meant to be. Take care. I'll see you in the next episode.